And we're back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, strange people and normal people, if there is such a thing. Um, Again, the world of Zoom is being its beautiful self and challenging me to like really dig deep into my technologically inept brain. But we're here, we're doing this. I'm super
Made
joined,
it.
super stoked to be joined by Oo Gish, New Zealand comedian extraordinaire, musician, all round full of all the laughs and all the just make your heart happy kind of person.
Oh, shit.
How are you, man? What's going on?
Oh, I'm not too bad, eh, sweet? Not too bad at all. How's yourself? We're almost in a little bit of our own little isolation there, just for a second, eh?
So you were just telling me you're like, because when we met back in gosh 2013,
Crikey.
you were yeah, I mean it's been a while now, and you
Yes.
were doing the thing around the Auckland and New Zealand comedy circuit. You're
Yeah,
now not in Auckland anymore. Where are you? What are you?
I'm kind of a little bit all over the country at the moment. I kind of took a little bit of a break just before the lockdown thing, which happened to work out well because I'd already set my mind into doing a little bit of work. So, and so I was just basically just getting myself out amongst doing some casual work for people, which I was doing a lot of work for people anyway for nothing. So I thought, oh, I might as well get paid for it. So, yeah.
Dallas?
And yeah, just took a bit of a break off the comedy for just for a little bit, but I need to get back into it. And so I had my first one pretty much last night down at the
Oh,
Wines here in Hamatangi. So, and that was a bit of a rough crowd to play to for a first one, but hey, can only get better from there on.
what? Sorry.
At
Okay.
least I'm
Where?
not having to do like sign language over a Zoom thing that doesn't work. Hey,
Especially because, like, given that I now live and breathe in you know, uh, the American accent, and it's been a minute since, no, every now and then I find myself slipping back into using Maori words here, which completely confuses Americans. But I
yeah.
don't think if I was like, oh yeah, you're in Himatangi, got you, everyone would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, 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 fully. Hey, where the hell's Hamatangi? Is that like some Indian place over?
For real, for real. So you're in which island are you in? You like where I don't even know where
I'm in
Hamatangi.
the lower part of the North Island in New Zealand.
Okay,
Yep,
cool,
just outside of
cool.
Foxton. If
No,
anyone in New Zealand is listening in,
that's awesome.
mind you,
And
probably even Kiwis here that don't even know where Foxton is.
well, see, this is what I mean. I am a Kiwi, and I do know where Foxton is, but that's probably because I used to tour all the time. But that's cool. So you're
Where are
chilling.
you?
Sorry, where I'm in Washington D.C.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
and I
that's
haven't
a
heard anybody
big
say chair
difference
in a
from
long
little
time.
old Hamatangi.
So okay, for those who
Yeah, we
don't
have
know
roads out
you.
here.
For those who don't know you, can you like sort of give people a rundown on who is the magical mystery man that is Oo Gish?
Okay, just hold there for a minute. I just got to reach into the other part of my room here.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, it's well out of tune.
So for anybody who's watching this here in the States, one of the great things about New Zealand and Maori culture in particular is our love of waiata, which is the Maori word for song or for music. And so Gish, you've been writing comedic songs for I don't even know how many years, man.
Well, I started in 2000.
Okay.
I was actually doing music school prior to that, and I was writing my own songs, and that's how I got into doing the comedies. If I can explain where it all started,
Okay.
I was I was I was coming out of music school, and I had a couple of songs up my belt, which I was playing to all my friends, along with a couple of Kevin Bloody Wilson songs. If anyone over there knows who Kevin Bloody Wilson is, a
I
great
forgot about him. That's awesome.
Australian comic who's just legendary in his own right.
Yeah.
Does his own uh, um, originals, I guess. They're all
Hmm.
original. And so I was playing a couple of my own songs and a couple of his, and got basically started at the Temple, which is an originals bar, small originals bar. And my first time I played there, they sent me down to the classic comedy bar, and I was like, no, I don't do comedy, I do songs. And they were like, no, you do humor and songs. So they're like, you need to go down there. So the next week I went down there, and the guy Scott Blanks, the owner of the classic comedy bar, he's like, so have you ever done this before? And I says, well, I do it in front of my friends. He goes, well, you just sit here and you watch this week, and we'll chuck you on next week. So everyone that I watched that night was doing stand-up, and I was like, I don't do any of this, I do songs, you know. And they're like, no, let's just get up and do what you do. And I played like 3 songs, and in between my 3 songs I was like, thank you very much, I hope you like that, this is my next song and I hope you like it. That was all the stand-up I had. So I was very rough as starting off as a comedian. And then so I started off on a Monday raw night, and they said, look, can you come in again next Monday and do that again? So I came in the next Monday and I did 3 different songs. He goes, look, can you come in this Wednesday and do the same 3 songs that you did last week? So I came in that Wednesday. So all in all, it was like 10 days all up, from the Monday to the Wednesday. And I didn't realize I'd been auditioning for pulp comedy. And so I got a letter in the mail. Yeah, so I got a letter in the mail just saying, would you like to be on pulp comedy? I was like, hell yeah. Even if I stuff this shit up, I'll be on pulp comedy. It's one of my favorite series in New Zealand. So yeah, that's how I got on there.
That's
and I didn't have any gags at all. So I just took the piss out of the other three comics that were there, just took the mickey out of their names.
Right.
So that's how it started.
Do you remember the songs that you played?
Eh?
Do you remember any of the songs that you played?
Yeah, the songs that they wanted, I played. I know one of them was called The Joint.
Okay.
And the other one was called Stink Bro. And I think the other one might have been Hooch Stealing Pooch, or You Can't Handle It, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
could
no.
I be so bold as to request that you sing us one?
Can I sing you one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll sing you one. I'll sing you the one that I did. How about I do this one? Because what I'm going to do is I'll explain how I even got into. So what happened is I was doing music school, right? I was doing music school from 97 to 99, and in one of the classes, the teacher was going, right, I want you to pick out an emotion. Go. You got 2 minutes to pick out an emotion each day. Go around the class, 6 people in there, and they're like going happy, sad, angry, right? I picked cheeky. Okay. And right, so then after that you had 5 minutes to try and put just a couple of chords to pick out that cheeky, to try and reach into the emotion. So what I had was, hopefully this is in tune.
I'm excited. I love you so cheeky as you are. Cheeky as emotion.
Am I going to be able to play it in here? Because it's pretty tight.
I believe in you, man. I believe in you.
All right, so here we go. So what I had was these chords here. Kind of like, but I didn't want it to play. So it was a little bit strange. And then after that, we had to come up with a verse to, and then for the rest of it, we had to take it home for homework and then and finish the song. So what I came up with this song here called You Can't Handle It.
Okay.
Now it's the hardest. It was the first song that I ever wrote, and it's also the hardest song I ever wrote. Okay, so bear with me. It's really tight in the back of the van here, but I'm gonna give it a go.
I'm excited.
God, if I can bloody see it as well. Here we go. Okay. I like to mess around, you can't take it. I like to peek at you when you are naked. You like to fool around, but you can't fake it. If I were you, I'd stay at home and bake it, but you can't handle it. You can't handle it. You can't handle it. You can't handle it. I can't see my dots. There was a time when I was young and placid, and I was really high, passed out on acid. You tried to bring me round, and I knew it. You gave me all your dough, and I just blew it. And you can't handle it. You can't handle it. You can't handle it. You can't handle it. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Ha wa 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 wa. And that time that you invited me to stay around one night, and I brought all my friends with me and stayed up till the break of light. We ate all your munchies, then stayed round your pad a week or two until this day. I have to say it's funny if you only knew. Only knew. It's funny if you only knew. Only knew. You can't handle it. You can't handle it. You can't handle it. You know what I'm saying, man? You can't handle it. You can't handle it. You can't handle it. So there. I have bucketed it up a couple of times, but you get the general idea.
That was
the first song I ever started off with.
I love it. I love it.
That's a bit of a sweat there.
So I have so many questions. So you studied music. You've found that you're really funny. I mean, we've always known you're funny, but so you just sort of transitioned relatively in 10 days from being a musical major to then being on pulp comedy.
Yeah, that's the one. And and when they wanted me on pulp comedy, so the song that they picked, which I'm probably going to end up having to do another song,
right.
which they wanted a song called Stink Bro.
Right.
And the song Stink Bro came out of I'd been writing I'd already been writing the first chorus. And I was been sitting in a mate's place, and he goes, "Hey, bro, you know what? You still a song about bro?" And I was like, "What's that, bro?" He goes, "You know how we all go bro, bro, bro," and all the Kiwis are like, "Bro, bro, yeah, fuck yeah, bro." And quite often Americans comment on it. You know how many times you said "bro" in that one sentence, bro? Like, oh yeah. So the general fact, if you don't say it 10 times in a two-word sentence, you're not a bro. so my mate says, "You should just write the song." And he goes, "Bro, yeah, cheer, bro, true, bro, yeah, bro, stink, bro." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'll think about it, but I'm working on this song at the moment." And then as I was kind of like put in his chorus into my already sitting there verse, I started putting it together, and I went, "Bro, check this out." And so I sang it out to him, and we were in fits. We were crying laughter. You guys might not cry laughing, but I'm going to play it for you anyway. And it's called Stink Bro.
I love it because I think there's a lot of Americans who just I've forgotten a lot of the Kiwiisms since living here. Like we have a Kia ora DC community, but it's just there are so many things that Americans I think are fascinated about when it comes to Kiwi vernacular. So go ahead, friend.
Sweet as. So I dedicate this to my bro who's now passed away, who he helped me come up with the song. So I just want to start with, I actually played this on pulp comedy, right? Okay. And they wanted me to fill out a 4-minute set. So that's 4 minutes, okay? 4.
Right.
And the song that they wanted me to play only came up to 2.5 minutes. And as you know, as I was saying, I didn't have any stand-up whatsoever. So I had to come up with a minute and a half stand-up, right? So as I was saying, I just took the mickey out of 3 other comics. But what I like to say is so I had a minute and a half to fill out. Now the story that I tell on stage was not actually the real story, but I say, so I had to come up with a minute and a half of stand-up, right? So the first gag I ever came up with when I realized I was going to be a comedian to fill up that minute and a half. Now, I don't know if it's a bit of a Kiwi gag, this one, I guess. So what do you call a Maori family that won't leave your house?
What?
Won't go far now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now, just for those Americans out there, whānau means family. So it won't go family, won't go a married family that won't leave your house. You'll work it out. So this is the song that I came up with. So that was meant to fill out the minute and a half of laughter. So when people's like, still, they finish laughing after 10 seconds, still got your minute 20 of laughter. Keep going, people. So here we go. This one's called Stink Bro. Let me start that again. But first, this lady asked me how I got my hair. I said, you could have hair like me too, eh, if you didn't wash it or brush it for about a month. It won't happen overnight, eh, but it will happen. Hey, who stinks? Who can smell the long lost link of nasal hell? I couldn't think, I yanked too well. It's all an ink, I just can't spell. I've got these shoes, it really reeks. Had them on at least 4 weeks. They've skipped in poos and slipped in creeks. I'll soon impale between your cheeks. Oh, chair, bro. A true bro. Yeah, bro. Not new, bro. Or nah, bro. The next bro. A cool bro. A chair, bro. I've got this ass that blows a tune, so if my shoes don't clear the room, a nasty whiff of ass perfume will bring your senses to your doom. Oh, chair, bro. A true bro. Yeah, bro. 'Twas you, bro. Not me, bro. Then who, bro? It's just us, bro. Oh, forgot, bro. Hate that. And six in bed, the scent is strong. I really think there's something wrong. I didn't think she'd live too long. She hasn't moved throughout the song. Oh, chair, bro. A true, bro. She's dead, bro. Well, what do you know? For real, bro? I think so. Oh, God, no. Well, I've got to go because I'll shit, man. My Dax, man. It's seeping through the cracks, man. And it's sort of like hot wax, man. Don't need to know those facts, man. Okay, bro. Oi, oi, bro. Oh, this song stink, bro. So yeah, did a
And there is
dedication
classic
moment.
New Zealand comedy.
What's that?
And there is some classic New Zealand comedy. I love ass perfume. That's wonderful.
Yeah, oh, I got to chuck something in there just to clog it up, actually.
So okay, so tell me what happened since you got rewind. You were in quarantine now, like in New Zealand for what, 6 weeks at level 4? Is that right? Or was it 4 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So going from 4 weeks in quarantine or 6 weeks, whatever it was, to then level 3 and then level 2, and now you're in level 1, which is awesome. The world is looking at you with jealousy seeping through our veins. How did you did you use this time to write more songs? What have you been doing?
I did write a couple more songs. One was to the song Blue.
Blue?
Blue,
Yabba
yabba-dee, yabba-die, yabba-dee, yabba-die. So I had to write one to that, right? And what I wrote it around was every word that was basically blue, I changed to gay.
Okay.
But there's a couple of lines in there that would change that actually make it work really well. But most of the song was just so that was one of them. And I did I didn't actually do too much writing, or I actually started getting back into writing, but what ended up happening was I ended up making a motorbike trailer.
Really?
Yeah, through the lockdown, because I was staying.
That is so random.
I was staying at a guy's place who had a scrap metal yard, and I was telling him how I wanted to make a motorbike trailer for my motorbike, and he pulled out this paddock sprinkler, and I ended up chopping it down, and now I've made this it's quite different to any other motorbike trailer. I've been trying to see what the general thing is to being able to use a motorbike trailer here on the New Zealand roads, and haven't actually found anything on it. But it's quite interesting because the motorbike still leans over, and it's got a
Right.
trailer on the back that still stays flat, so it pivots in the middle, and it's all attached in underneath the, like, it's not on a tow bar on the back of the motorbike. It's actually all attached as up just under the engine.
Interesting.
I'll send you some pics through when we get off this call
Yeah.
to show you what.
Cool.
Yeah,
So,
and
is it like, is it a two-wheeler bike? Is it a tricycle or ATV, or is it an actual?
my car's like my motorbike's like more like almost like a racing bike, and so it's only a two-wheeler, and the trailer is yeah, it's hard to explain, so I'd have to send you through the pics. But what
Yeah.
is meant to be, multi-purpose. So what you do is you can use it on the back of a motorbike, and then when you're not using it on the back of the motorbike, you put a drawbar on it, and then you can put it on the back of a car and tow your motorbike around with it.
That's cool.
And then the rack that is meant to go around the on it, you can I want to make so you can use it as a roof rack, and if you need to, you can put it all on the roof of the car, so it's all, you know, multi-purpose. And I've had a few people say it'd be interesting to see what you come up with, because wouldn't mind having a look, see what you come up with, to see if, you know, it'd be worth getting one or something. But
That's
like
awesome.
I say,
But you made it yourself. You
yeah,
can't get one. You have to like
nah,
commission a dish.
yeah. So the first one didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, but but it kind of did as well.
Yeah.
And but it's not a multi-purpose one. This one's I just ended up making like a tray on the back,
Mm-hmm.
and I cut this kitchen sink in half, and I used them with the mud guards, and they look like the old well side on the back of a truck, you know, like the old style mud guards. It looks really cool. I'll send you through a picture. You'll crack up when you see it.
This is what I love about like the things that I've forgotten about, but also love about New Zealand is that, like, you know, when I moved here, people are like, "Oh, so what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm a musician," and they're like, "Cool," and I'm like, "But I used to have this other life where I was, you know, going to be a mechanic for a while, and then I was also a travel agent." And like, I think in a country like New Zealand, it's really not a case of, you know, who the fuck is going to tell you what you can do. It's a case
Yeah,
of like, who the fuck's going to stop me? You know,
yeah,
and
totally.
I think that's
And
one of the big things.
there's a few people telling me out there that I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that and I won't be able to do this and it won't work. This won't work. What if this doesn't work? And I was like, yeah, I don't need the negativity. I just want the, you know, like the good on you, bro. But I'm really looking forward to see what you come up with, you know.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
first day, my first test run, I almost canned off it, and that was because under braking. But the next
Mhm.
day, later on that day, I think it was the next day, I managed to sort out the problem, and I was actually going quite fast on it without canning off.
Nice.
I won't say what speed I was doing on it, but it was decent.
I mean, no one in America works in kilometers anyway, so you're good.
Yes.
You're good. So what happened with last night's show?
Last night's show, they're a rowdy bunch. I think I got to them a little bit late because they're all pretty far gone by then. But you know, when you get those crowds that you don't know if you reached out to up until you get off stage, and then everyone comes up and go, "Oh, great set, man!" Like, geez, it was really hard to tell. Yeah, it was one of
Yeah.
those nights. But yeah, no, they're basically just having a drain the kegs because it was the last night for the owners before they gave it up to the other owners. So
Oh,
yeah.
really? Is that because of complications with coronavirus or?
No. They're just changing hands,
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
Someone didn't. Yeah. Someone's had enough of probably dealing with it, and so the new owners are coming in to take over. So they're having to drain the kegs, not just to, you know, celebrate the people that had been there to support it all
That's
for the
cool.
last God knows how long. Yeah. So it's
That's
quite a
cool.
big, massive turnout. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, but I hear you on the. You never. Some people you never know. You never know how
Yeah.
it's. Yeah.
So
I
there would
feel
have been
like
about 100.
you handle it a lot better than I do because I just. Yeah. Yeah. Some of
You have
the
to though.
social comments I get are just not appropriate.
Yeah, you have to be able to handle it though, because otherwise, when people see you like not being able to handle it, it quickly goes against you. You know, it's
Yeah. It's one of the things I think that, like, having lived in Auckland for 5 years before I moved to the States, it's one of the things that I really credit people like you and Brendan Lovegrove for, is like you both, and Stephanie, can't think of her last name right now, but like there's so
Stephanie's over
many.
in the States, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember her last name too now.
Paul,
It's
Stephanie
just
Paul. Stephanie Paul.
that's the one.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like all,
She's
you know,
lovely.
comedians like you guys really helped me cement my ability to think quickly on my feet, because you got, like, I saw you guys handle with hecklers like nobody's business, and the way that you just, like, it's just, water off a duck's ass type thing, like you just kind of you just like, you're gonna say that, okay, let me just turn this into a real joke for a minute, and just like, peace in the Middle East, we out, kind of thing. And it's
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I used to watch it, amused me, and then I was like, actually, how can I do this to my own benefit when I'm getting
Yeah, yeah.
sexually assaulted or
Yeah, 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 fully, eh? And
harassed
like,
while I'm
look,
on stage?
I've seen so many people deal with it in so many different ways too, and like there's this one guy over in Aussie, and he was only a rookie, but the way he dealt with hecklers is like, how can I not do that? It was simple banter talk that, and like you use pretty much an everyday thing, but the way he was able to have it right on hand, it was like
Right,
he made it look so simple, and he was only a rookie guy, and
right.
he made it look so simple, and the way he dealt with it was like that that was beautiful. And yet there's so many other comedians that just can't really deal with someone in a way where it does look like it's water off a duck's ass,
Yeah,
so to speak. Some of
yeah,
us struggles, and even sometimes when we're having just even a bad day and you just can't be bothered dealing with it.
yeah.
But drunk
How
people
do
are
you,
the hardest to deal with.
oh my God. So how do you deal with that as an entertainer?
You just gotta you depends what banter's going on, obviously, because
Mhm,
and what you can bounce off. And
mhm.
sometimes you feel on form, some nights, and sometimes you actually got to struggle to use the brain to actually stay on your own side, you know what I mean?
For real,
without
for real.
without jumping the gun and just losing it a little bit just because it's got a little bit under your skin, you know what I mean? And
I,
it's so easy to just lose it just like that, and you got to just try and have another sip on the beer. Just take your time, breathe, woosah.
every time I say woosah here, everyone's like, what is this? I'm like, oh, okay.
And what's that off? I can't remember what it's off.
I think it was off of Dude, Where's My Car? Wasn't
Nah,
it?
nah, it's not off that.
Okay, then
Um,
I've got no idea. My surrogate brother used to say it all the time.
oh, bloody, yeah. It's going to have me all the way through this conversation now.
It's okay, it's okay. We'll figure it out together. If anybody who's
Yeah,
watching knows where woosah came from, please comment and let us know, because otherwise I'll be waking up today and going, oh, it was
yeah,
X, Y,
yeah,
Z.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and as soon as I see it, I'll go, I wanted to try and think of it before they got to me.
So when it comes to, like, going through, having gone through this pandemic and having gone through this, you know, being a performer that's essentially gone to then making motorbike racks and, doing all the things that you kind of wish you had the time for but don't because you're a performer. Um, what are some other ways that you've managed to stay sane, positive, and inspired during COVID?
Uh, I'm the sort of person likes to do things for others. So I just find myself like if I'm not working or anything, just trying to oh well, yeah. If I'm not around my motorbike doing something that I can do for myself,
Mhm.
trying to do things for others if there need be something done around, but also just because of the lack of money that anyone can make. And although a lot of the other performers went for, got grants and stuff like that, and I don't have a
Mhm.
bank account, so and I wasn't really as looking for handouts or anything. So I just basically just try to keep myself busy so I could, well, like the guy I was staying with, I wasn't even asking for money. I just said, look, as long as I can just stay here and survive through the COVID, I don't mind working for you, you know. And I ended up like, I probably, if I'd taken on some of the money, I probably would have made a lot more than I would have actually just around the house. But it's just like, it's just time that you can give it. It didn't really mean anything in a way. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I tend to not make sense when I'm when it comes to helping out other people. It doesn't seem to really make sense why I do it. But I do have a lot of, I find that living out of my van, I do have a lot of this time to be able to just give to other people, and I like to do it because I like to see other people go, thanks, man. I never really got around to doing that myself. And I'm like, oh, no, that's why I like to do it.
No, I totally I hear you. I think it's one of the things that that I love about New Zealand and about like Te Whaka Māori in particular, because it's just about that sense of community and that sense of giving. And it's something that I think, at least here in my community, here in DC, um, the amount of community that people have shown each other that
Yeah,
that I've never seen exhibited in the 5 years that I've been here has been incredible. You know, like I
awesome.
started doing these porch sessions, just like singing on my front porch because, you know, what else am I gonna do? I may as well sing for my neighbors, you know. And so they'd all bring out their beers and they'll bring out their chairs and they'll like listen and sing along and whatever. And then
That's
like
awesome.
one of my neighbors came and brought me some eggs. Another neighbor brought me you know, an IPA. like, you know,
A
it's just
what?
like this is just IPA. Ah, an IPA. It's a type of beer.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. Um,
yeah.
you know, just but people
Awesome.
just being like, hey, do you need anything? How can I help? What do you what's what's on your heart right now? How can we
Yeah,
show up for each other? And I think it's been a really beautiful thing. But it totally like it just reminds me of home. Reminds me of Aotearoa. You
that's
know?
awesome,
Yeah.
man.
It's
No, like I never managed to witness anyone out basically doing any of that stuff while I was out in lockdown, mainly because um any of the places that I was staying with, which would have been I was staying with my mum there for a while, and then I ended up over in this other place where there was like I say the scrap metalers, and he lived out on this like on a on a piece of farmland basically, so there's no neighbors close by, you know.
mhm,
So it's basically, yeah, there was no sort of, I didn't get to witness any of that at all. Just
mhm.
got to see it all on TV. I was like, that's cool, man. That's really cool. You know, people getting out and doing jazzercise together, or someone, you know, just standing at the top of the street and now, you know, bellowing out their songs. I was like, that's really quite communal, you know.
Yeah.
People actually getting to probably meet their neighbors that have never met before in their life up until now.
Facts. No, 100%. I know everybody's name on my block now. And some. Like,
Yeah.
whereas back in the day, it's like, oh, you're a stranger. I mean, you know me though. I walk around and run around and do my things. I'm just like, hi, 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 let me love you. They're like,
Yeah,
oh,
fully, man.
there goes that bloody Kiwi again. All right.
Hey, I'm trying to do something.
No
Haven't got time to
comment.
talk, Emma.
So, what are you working on at the moment? Like now that you're back in the game of doing gigs, are you going to stay near Foxton and do some shows down there, or are you gonna?
Well, at the moment, I'm currently trying to get my van back together because it's been
What
green stickered. Oh yeah,
does that mean?
it should have been pink stickered, but it got
Okay.
green stickered. Yeah,
Okay.
it's one short of being pink stickered. What happened was I was parked up down the Foxton Beach. Well, I've been running around in my van for about 18 months with no stickers on it, no legal stickers on it. It finally
Oh
caught up
dear.
with me, and now that and that getting the green sticker actually really came to a crunch in my head that I was like, I'm really back at the bottom of the barrel again, you know, and I need to
Right.
pull myself out of it. So I've only just started getting myself back into getting gigs going again, and
Mhm.
that's so I can get my van going back up to scratch. on saying that, I'm having to run around in my van, green stickered, to get to these gigs that I'm gonna have to get to, and I'm gonna have to be doing night trips and shit
Right.
like that. And it's gonna be, because if I get pulled up on this, I'm probably gonna, I'm gonna be hard pressed to not lose my van, which is
Yeah.
my home at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna be really pushing the boundaries to get past this one up until I can get some money under my belt that I can get this thing sorted. So I went to get my windscreen fixed, which I've had a broken windscreen for 20 months now. A bolt about this big came flying through it 3 weeks after I just had my windscreen replaced, and it put a hole in it like this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I've been running around with that for 20 months now. And I went to get my windscreen changed yesterday and found out that I'd bought the wrong windscreen. And the guy that's got the windscreen for me doesn't work there anymore. So it was a complete waste of windscreen for nothing. So I got to go and buy a new windscreen
Oh my
again.
God.
And I was hoping to get that one out the way yesterday because that was that would be half the problem out the way. Then I just need tires and shocks and brakes, and I think, and I've got all the tires. I just need shocks and brakes. So I think that's all I need to get my van back to off the green sticker. But now that their windscreen didn't fit, it's like, oh my god, this is just it's going to take a little bit longer, which means going further and further and to take, risking getting my van taken off me.
Yeah.
And I had the use of someone else's van the other day. Unfortunately, it broke down on me. And so, yeah, his van breaking down on me, I kind of ended up getting some part of the blame on it, and didn't help that I went and lost the fucking key for it, did I? I just added to it, and I could have made a. Did you think I went and looked for that key, and I searched and I searched and I searched. I pulled all my storage back out because I was just going up to get some of my sound equipment because my gig's starting to start up again. And while I was up there getting my sound equipment, fully lost the van key. And that didn't help to getting the van fixed because you actually needed the key to get under the bonnet to find out what was wrong with the van. Oh my god! So yeah, my boss who lent me the van, he was not keen on lending me the van anymore. So hey, back to the green sticker.
So sorry.
Life's a bit tight at the moment. But I'll get through, sweetheart.
How are you managing to stay so positive then? Like, how are you managing to when shit gets flung at you like this? How are you managing to stay smiling?
I don't know. It's just you come to a grinding halt, but then a lot of it's my own silly fault anyway for getting myself into this situation. But it's because I guess I live I live very differently to any other person that I know. And now that I'm traveling around in my van, which I actually quite like because my van has been amazing vehicle for me, and even with the no stickers on it, it looks like I'll have to show you my van. I'm gonna climb out here. This is what my vehicle looks like, so you can have a look. Why I don't get pulled up that often. Right, here we go. Just kicked the toe. I just kicked the tow bar. Ow. Can you see that?
Yes. That's gorgeous.
Yeah. So it looks like a tradie vehicle, and that little orange light up there is a beauty. Now I've normally got a ladder on the roof to I don't actually use the ladder, and the ladder's good for fuck all, but it actually makes it look like it's a tradie vehicle, even though the ladder isn't OSH approved.
And for anybody who's watching from the States, OSHA's Occupational Safety and Health Organization. I'm just explaining what OSHA is. I think I don't even know what the term is here. So, anyways.
This is my bed in the back. I don't know if it's real hard to see because the sunlight, but
there we go. Yeah. Living the dream, man. Living the dream.
And I've got my bed hanging on seat belts, so you can actually raise it up and put all your shit underneath there, or drop it down and shit. So if I've got bugger all stuff under there, I can actually drop it right down. I've got head space. But at the moment, as you can see, it's a bit tight in there.
It looks like it's a beautiful day, so that's exciting.
What's that?
And it looks like it's a beautiful day, so that's exciting.
It's an awesome day. Yeah, no, it's beauty out there, right? So
Well, thank you
yesterday
so
was
much
pretty
for
quick.
joining me today, man.
What's that?
It's really good. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been
No,
really good
thank you for
catching up
having me.
and sort of showing everybody here in the States a little bit of what Kiwi culture is like, what I spent my last 5 years in New Zealand, doing and living like, and it's
Well, you
awesome.
couldn't
Awesome.
you couldn't have picked out someone any different there, Em.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, a lot of what you're doing, how you're living, what you're, 'cause I grew up in Raglan, so I feel you 100% on everything you're explaining right now. Definitely, I'm no stranger to camping out in a van, that's for sure.
No,
Uh,
good on you, sweet. No, I love
yeah,
it. I love
yeah,
it.
it's cool.
Be able to travel
So,
around and stay
yeah,
wherever.
for real, for real. So anybody who wants to be in touch with you, it's facebook.com/oogish, OOGISH, or Oscar, Gulf India Sierra Hotel. Uh, what else, like, how else do people get in touch with you or support you?
That'd probably be the best way.
Okay,
My actual Gish page is just Gish.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I basically get a hold of me on Oo Gish though, because Oo Gish is my personal page. I think it's already filled up with the 5,000, but people drop out here and there, so it does fluctuate between 4,960 to 4,999.
I mean, it's hard
And
being
people
popular.
drop in and
Hard
out
being
and stuff,
popular.
and then it leaves open other spaces for me to be able to accept other people's friend requests. People I actually know.
Yeah, for real, for real. Awesome, man. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you,
It's
everybody
such
who's
a
tuned in
pleasure.
today.
Awesome
Uh,
to see you, sweetheart. You look great.
Thank you. I
Awesome.
showered today. I got my hair
Right?
cut and showered.
Awesome. Maybe I should do the same. I might look like you.
Maybe. You
But I
know.
don't want to be. I don't want to become a wet blanket. So maybe I'll just dry out here.
Stay awesome, guys. Be your own kind of superhero. Spread love like it's going out of fashion. And please do not forget to support your local comedians and call your mum.
You